Let's get on to individual players. I guess part of the Australia under-17 job is knowing which players are eligible, and there's someone out in the States in Jacob Holt who's sort of come to your attention and our attention as the Bullets family. Can you talk us through how that signing came to fruition and what role you had in play?
Yeah, look, I mean, like, it's always our job, like, and as coaches and as an organisation, to understand who's available in the market, who's coming through the pathway, who's in the US, who's abroad in Europe, Asia. You know, our depth charts are, you know, significant across the entire world, and understanding, you know, keeping our finger on the pulse with who's who in the zoo on a daily basis, and the movements and who's actually available. You know, it's a day-to-day thing that the basketball market changes a lot. So Jacob was someone that kind of came on my radar a couple of years ago. I was watching another Australian, Bowen Beatty, play for Sac State, and Jacob caught my eye, and like, oh, wow, this kid's pretty good, like big, physical, strong, moves well, you know, and just kept I'm like, he would translate as an import in our league. And then you start to do some background and some research on him, and well, hey, his mum was actually born in Australia. He's potentially eligible to get an Australian passport, you know. And then, you know, just watch and observe his growth, and, you know, from afar, and like, don't step in and try and build a relationship with the players straight away. And you know, kept watching Jacob, and then saw him live here in Australia. They actually played, Sac State toured Australia last year, and saw him live here in Brisbane, and like, just the way that he impacts the game on so many levels, like his energy, like the relationships with teammates, his physicality, like, I'm like, yeah, that kid, he could be a good player in our league. Yeah. And, you know, then post-season, started to talk to Jacob, like, you know, a fair bit from afar, and build the relationship, and, you know, expressed our interest, like, you know, with Stu's blessing, obviously, like, our interest in bringing him here to Brisbane, and, you know, things snowballed from there, and really excited to have him as a Brisbane Bullet, as an Australian as well. Yeah. Like, you know, we'll just have to lose the funky Canadian accent and all those things that are going to come with him. But, you know, he's a kid that is going to have a really, really good NBL career, and he's probably destined for bigger things than the NBL as well. Like, you know, his ceiling is extremely high with the size and the tools that he has, and, you know, we're excited to bring him here to Brisbane, and, you know, put him into a pro environment for the first time. And like Tyrell and other guys that we've had through this program, like, it's the body of work that he's going to do. Like, you know, like, the job is not, yeah, it's great we got him, but now the work starts in terms of helping him realize his potential and realize who he can be as a pro. Like, that's part of our obligation and our job over the next, like, we've got him for 3 years. Yeah. You make him the best he can be, and if he goes on to something bigger and better, we've done our job. If he's still here with us, then, you know, we'd love him to be a career Bullet.